Perhaps no group was more important to Egyptian civilization than the scribes. In a society where literacy was rare, scribes held enormous power. They recorded royal decrees, calculated taxes, documented legal proceedings, copied religious texts, and maintained the historical records that allow us to know this story today. Becoming a scribe required years of training, learning thousands of hieroglyphic symbols, mastering several scripts, and understanding mathematics, law, and religious texts. But the reward was significant. Scribes could rise to positions of great authority regardless of their birth status. It was one of the few paths to social mobility in ancient Egypt. But Egypt's greatness wasn't built by pharaohs, priests, and scribes alone. It was built by millions of ordinary people, farmers who worked the fields, craftsmen who created beautiful objects, soldiers who defended the borders, sailors who navigated the Nile, and laborers who built the monuments. Recent archaeological work has revealed that these weren't slaves, as Hollywood would have us believe. They were paid workers, often organized into specialized teams with housing, food rations, and even medical care provided. They took pride in their work, leaving behind graffiti marking their team's accomplishments. We must also recognize the crucial role of Nubia in Egypt's development. Nubians weren't just neighbors or conquered peoples. They were partners, rivals, sometimes rulers, and always an integral part of Egypt's story. Nubian kingdoms had their own pharaohs, their own pyramids, their own sophisticated culture. At times, Nubian pharaohs ruled Egypt itself, particularly during the 25th dynasty. The relationship between Egypt and Nubia was complex, but fundamentally, it was a relationship between African siblings, not between Europe and Africa, as later colonial narratives would suggest. With Nama's conquest around 3100 BCE, Egypt entered the dynastic period. The first dynasty established Memphis as the administrative capital and began the process of integrating two very different regions into a cohesive state. This wasn't easy. For generations after unification, tensions remained between Upper and Lower Egypt. Early pharaohs spent much of their energy balancing competing interests, suppressing rebellions, and creating new traditions that could unite both regions under a shared identity.